Hi there everybody, it's Mr. John from the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Los Angeles, and today for cultural awareness we're going to be doing a program that I call Dream Catchers. So before we actually get straight into our program, we're going to talk a little bit about what Dream Catchers are, their purpose, and why indigenous cultures use Dream Catchers. But before that, we're actually going to make sure we have all of our materials set and ready to go. So for the materials today, we're going to be needing a paper plate, which is going to be the base of our Dream Catcher. Some sharp scissors, so if you have scissors, good. If they're really sharp, make sure you're careful with the scissors. Some string, so you can use whatever color string, or you can just use yarn. I have some string right here. I also have some yarn. It doesn't really matter which one you choose to use. And you're also going to need a hole puncher. So if you have a hole puncher at home, maybe it looks like the three hole puncher, which is like the normal hole puncher. If you have one of these, you can use it. If you have one of the smaller ones that's just a one hole punch, those usually work better. And if you don't have any hole punches at all, it's completely fine. You can use scissors, and I'll show you how to use the scissors in the program, and I'll show you also how to use the hole puncher. So feel free to get all those materials ready. And once you do have those materials ready, go pause the video real quick if you need to grab any of the materials. And once you have them ready, unpause the video and we'll get started with our Dream Catchers program. Alright you guys, so before we start making our dream catchers today, I quickly want to go over the history and a little talk about what dream catchers are and what they mean to the indigenous culture in America. So real quick, dream catchers were made by an indigenous tribe from America in the Northwest region. So that's around, Northwest would be like Oregon and let's see, Washington, Nebraska, all those higher up above California states. That's where the originating idea of a dream catcher came from. It came from an indigenous tribe called the Ojibwe, and the Ojibwe indigenous tribe are a tribe of people who still live today, still live on the reservations and everything. And they actually made it to make sure that they would attract good dreams and good visions and trap them in the dream catcher, while the bad dreams would leave out right through the middle. So while saying that, it's important that when we do make our dream catchers today, we're gonna think positive thoughts, and we're also gonna think, so at the end of our activity on our craft today, we're gonna thank the Ojibwe indigenous tribe, and actually just, we don't have to say thank you, we don't have to write cards or anything, but we will just thank the product and thank the information that they gave to me that I'm giving to you guys. So before we start, like I said, you wanna make sure you have all your materials. And then real quick, just to go about what a dream catcher is. So a dream catcher is a talisman. A talisman, if you've never heard that word before, is an object by a culture or a group of people that's supposed to bring good luck and good kind of tides, profit, or not profit, but more like good positive energy towards that person who owns the talisman. So we want to make sure, like I said, when we're making it, we want to make sure we're positive, we're having good vibes all around us. Play some good music while you're making it. I'll probably put some music in the video, but you just want to make sure that when we're making these products, we're having a good positive time to reflect into our piece. So before we actually get into making the piece, we're actually just going to make sure that we're breathing and we're all good and we're all ready to go. So why don't you guys with me take a deep breath, and then we'll get started into making our dream catcher. So on 3, we're gonna take one big deep breath. So 1, 2, and 3, deep breath in. All right, and when you blow your air out through your nose, we're gonna say positivity on 3, okay? So 1, 2, 3, positivity. Very good job, you guys, yeah. So now we're ready to make our positive and awesome dream catcher. All right, you guys, so to start out our dream catcher today, you wanna make sure that you cut out the middle of your plate. As you guys can see, I also hole punched it already. But yeah, you're gonna wanna cut out the middle of the plate. Try to make sure that you don't cut it out too wide. You wanna make sure you still leave a little space to leave those hole punches in. So if you could see, I still have a little space right there to do the hole punches. And feel free to touch it up after you do the hole punches too, because it may leave it a little crooked, as you guys saw. So I'll fix mine up a little bit. There we go. All right. And then next what we're gonna do is, after we have our plate cut out and our hole punches in, we're gonna get 3 strands. So you can use 3 different colors. You could use some yarn, like I said, but you're gonna wanna get 3 of the strands of whatever you're using, string, yarn, or rope. and we're gonna make them 3 foot long. So I'm a very tall person. I'm about 6 feet, and 3 feet comes about to my hip. So what I'm gonna do is just put my foot on it and then cut off a hip's worth. We're gonna do that 3 times. So cut off 3 different strands of 3 foot long strands to make our dream catchers with. And they don't have to be the same color. I'm gonna make them the same color just so it's easier to make. But if you wanna make it a different color, you can feel free to use that. So hip's worth. And then also, so usually for the crafts, they do use like beads and feathers to kind of finish it off and give it a more creative touch. I don't have any feathers or any beads, so today we're just gonna make a normal dream catcher. But if you guys would like to add any of the cool little items, I'll also attach some pictures of what those look like at the end of the video, just so you can get a sense of what those look like for us at the end. So let me go ahead and grab my ropes already, or my little strings. And for the first string, you're just gonna put it through one of the little holes on your plate. You're gonna wanna make sure you tie it tight so it doesn't come off, but not too tight to where the string bends or breaks the paper. And then you're just gonna take your scissors and cut that little extra part off that you used to tie. All right. And the easiest way to do your dream catchers is to do them from cross point. So what that means is that if I have my circle right here, I'm gonna put mine on the one hole across the plate. So here, let me show you guys how that looks. So as you guys can see, I got my one at the bottom. Oh, and that's why you don't want to tie it too tight. So tie it again. And make sure that that's tight enough so it won't break again on us. And then we're gonna take our string and we are going to add it in through the first one. And you're gonna pull the string all the way through. There you go. And then again, keep going across. You don't want to go over the plate. You want to make sure that it goes underneath the plate or around it. So as you can see, I'm not going to pull it over the plate. I'm just going to pull it on from the bottom. So we can do the next hole will be this one down here. And every time we do, we're going to aim for about 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 holes for the dream catcher for each string. That way we don't have to use up all of them and we still have some extra places. So if you guys want to add in any like beads, flowers, or feathers or anything like that, you guys can feel free to do so. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then for the fourth one, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make sure that they're all tight. You wanna make sure that the string does not bend. And we are gonna again tie it down. All right, so tie it down, and then you want to make sure the string kind of ends up a little more at the bottom. Like I said, it's gonna look like this to begin with, but you're gonna want to make sure that this string is long enough so it can hang. And that way, like I said, if you want to add beads, feathers, or flowers, or whatever you like to decorate it, you can make sure to do that. And then yeah, keep doing that for the next 2 other strings that you have, and we'll meet back again when you have it completed. All right, everybody, so once you guys have all the strings on your plate, it should look something sort of like this. And as you guys can see, I have my strings hanging down, so that way if you guys, like I said, if you want to add beads, feathers, flowers, or anything else to decorate it and to make it a little more personal, you can. I think I might even just add one of my masks down here that I really like. So yeah, you can use it to customize and make it your own any way you want. If you want to try it again, just watch the simple steps. You can also color your plate around or paint it around if you want to make it look a little more authentic. But yeah, so this should be your final result of your dream catcher. It's very simple and easy to make. You can probably even teach other people to make it. So before we head out, I just have a couple of questions for you guys, and then I also want to say a couple of things about dream catchers and about the importance of buying stuff from indigenous tribes and buying it from the indigenous people who make them, and not buying them from like Walmart or Target or anything like that. So real quick, as we learned again today, our dream catchers are supposed to be our talismans. So if you made it with positive energy and you feel really confident about it, go ahead and hang it up just to make sure that all of your good dreams will be captured in the strings, webs, yarn, or whatever you use to make the inside of your dream catcher, and all the bad dreams will float right through the middle of it. And it's a really good way to kind of make sure we ease ourselves at night, especially when we're going to sleep. If you've been having problems with nightmares or anything like that, make sure that you do make your dream catcher with a lot of positivity, and maybe that can help you out. I also want to say, like I said earlier, the importance of buying stuff from indigenous tribes and buying it, and to keep the tradition of having indigenous cultures make their own items. It's really important when we think about that. It's also really important just to say thanks. So we, like I said in the beginning of the video, we'll actually give some thanks to the Ojibwe indigenous tribe that actually came up with this idea. So again, you can hold your dream catcher up if you want to, hold it right to your face, or hold it right here and just say thank you. Thank you to the Ojibwe indigenous tribe for helping us make this fantastic gift today, and helping kind of to incite and help us learn about what the dream catcher is. So before we head out, I have one question for you guys today. And my question is, what other cultures would you guys like to kind of go into and learn about as we do our cultural awareness videos? Nice, yeah. So I know a lot about different cultures. However, there's always so much more to learn. So I encourage you guys also to go learn about your own culture. So that way, when we do meet up for our live programs, you guys can actually tell me about certain things that your culture finds traditional values in, and certain values that you guys may find different from one another. And it's always good to remember that each culture is going to be different. So no matter who we are as our person, as people, we all have our different cultures, and we all have certain things that we value more than other cultures. So just keep that in mind when you're looking into certain things and looking into what cultural awareness traditions you want to get into, as well as just making sure that you guys are always accepting and encouraging everybody to include everyone else into whatever you do. Lastly, if you guys want to hang out with us for homework assistance, we do that from 2 to 3, so we're actually going to start in a couple minutes. It's 1:58 on my end right now. But yeah, so we're going to be starting our homework assistance from 2 to 3, Monday through Thursday. And then again, if you guys haven't noticed yet, our Zoom programs are back from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So Monday and Friday, we're going to just do the videos. But however, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays now, we are doing live programs. So if you guys want to hop on Zoom, hang out with us, or hang out with anybody else from the Boys and Girls Club, feel free to hop onto our programs, and you guys can meet everybody and meet all the wonderful E-Club staff, as well as Wednesday. So this Wednesday on the 4th, we're going to be doing charades for our family fun night. So feel free to hop in and have a lot of fun with us. Next Wednesday on the 11th, however, we are going to be closed. So next week on the 11th, we will not have a family fun night. But you guys can still have fun to yourselves. If you guys want to come up with any ideas on how to have a family fun night with just you and your parents, feel free to do that and let me know how it went. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to accept one another, enjoy one another's cultures, and always have fun, just including everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I will see you all next time. Bye.